I'm going to go live early. What the hell, eh? Don't have to stick to the rules. And I thought, seeing as Etic has arrived in the chat, we'll just go live. I've got a listing to do. Let's not be restrained by the 11 o'clock start time. So I'm going to look up the price of some Wii's. Got tons of the things. I think I was hoping. I have originally sold, last year I was selling these for 70 quid, I think. I think someone was buying them and wrapping them up and selling them as new. Which is a bit naughty. Don't think I'll get that now. Yes, early bird. Early. What the hell, eh? I was just sitting here on my bum. I thought, let's go live. Why not? You're all out there. This morning I've been already walking around for 2 hours, which sounds a bit weird, but 25 past 8, I had a couple of big Sylvanian families' houses in big double-walled cardboard boxes, removal boxes, and I thought I better get them down to Hermes. Hermes, from me, if I'm not being dropped off in the car, it's probably a good 25-minute walk. And rain is forecast this afternoon, so I thought, well, I better get those down, get them out of the way. Popped into Sainsbury's on the way back. There's a severe lack of wine boxes, which is a bit worrying. And then got back home, picked up another parcel, took that down UPS. That's sort of like 10 minutes there, 10 minutes back. Got back home, picked up my Royal Mail, and I've had a bit of a disaster with Royal Mail because I had a nice little arrangement with the people down in Wallington High Street that I could fill up. They gave me bags. I'd fill up a bag, and then on a post-it note or just a notepad note, I'd write my name at the top, my postcode, don't know why, and the date, and then I'd put a small parcel, and I'd put the postcodes of all the small parcels. So it wasn't click and drop or drop and go or whatever you call it, drop and run. It wasn't any of those. And the reason I didn't do that, because when I looked into it, when you buy your postage on eBay, you get a tiny little discount. So I think instead of like £3.20 for a large letter, it's three quid, something like that. And I couldn't get the discount with the drop and click and go and whatever it is. And I think I've forgotten his name. I think Nick Hills had this problem. Christ, I'm losing it. Yeah, Nick had this problem because he had originally Royal Mail, a Royal Mail business account, and then he was trying to integrate click and go. I'm talking like 3 or 4 years ago. Anyway, so this little arrangement, it really suited me. Just fill up a bag, little white bit of paper, dump it, go past the queue. Absolutely brilliant. They do it whenever they want to do it. I'll come back a few days later and pick up the receipts. Everyone's a winner. Well, what's happened is they're so stressed out there, like nearly everyone's left. And so they've got a new person in, and she's saying, well, I'm not doing that. And I said, well, they asked me to do it, but she's not into it. And she was sort of saying, we have 20 official drop and go things. So I was like, okay, that's fine. If you don't want to do it, try and. She's totally stressed out anyway because there's only about like one person in there half the time, and normally there's 5. So I was like, okay, well, I said to her in the short term, I'm going to take it to a cost cutter, which is actually nearer me, and they're going to take my post. So I'll go up there every day. But then she said, well, you can fill in a docket, and I know you can print out an A4 landscape bit of paper where you put all the details and they just stamp it at the bottom. It's just like, what if you're going to... In my head, I thought, well, if you're going to do that, why can't you just do it how we've been doing it? But there we go. Like I said, it's all very weird, Right, who got in? I was hoping to sneak in when no one's seeing me. Got Etic, 85. Was that the year you were born? I bet it is. I went in the chemist on the way back to get my flu jab, and then the woman, the pharmacist woman said, how old are you? So I told her my age. And Then she said, "Oh, I'm afraid we don't have any of the vaccines for the under 65s. We've only got the over 65s." I said, "Okay, that's no problem." I went away thinking, did she have to ask me to think, am I over 65 or under 65? So it's just like, Christ, I must be having a bad day. Ali, Damien, JJ, Pete Stride, happy chap. Jeff, good to see you. Vintage Views, who was in last week. See, I do remember some names. Mark Carrick, how you doing? Shelley Shellster, good morning. How are you? Good to see you. Always good to see Shell. Chris B, Neil. I can't start early. You still listen to a podcast? Well, you don't have to listen to me. Go back to your podcast. Yeah, go for it. Click and Go is your favourite shampoo. Bills and Moon. That's a good name, isn't it? Bills and Moon. I like that. I like that. Bit of a spoonerism, the Reverend Spooner. Right. These bloody things have got to go. I picked up another 3 this weekend, and I picked up one weekend before. Box that is. I picked up 3 this weekend and another 4 unboxed. So these have got to go on. How much is a Wii worth? I want to know. So let's have a look. A cup of tea going on. Ketan yeah, I remember this name. Ketan Panka. Oh, I remember I couldn't pronounce it at all well either. So it's KPKKB. We'll just stick with that. We will stick with that. Yes, I know I'm early. Oh, we just had a sale. A Halloween dog jumper, which I got in Asda for 50p about 3 years ago. And it sold for, how much does it sell for? It's a skeleton dog jumper. I had pumpkin and skeleton. Sold for a tenner. Well, there you go. Right, let's have a look at a box Wii then. Wii boxed. I'm hoping about 50 quid. It's a basic setup, console, 1 controller, 1 nunchuck, gel cover. Might stick a game with it. I don't know. We shall see. These have been paid. The amount I paid for these ranges from, I bought 3 this weekend. I paid 20 quid for them each. I have spent a tenner on these, but this one, for some bizarre reason, I paid 40 quid off Facebook Marketplace. I think it was like when they were going a bit nuts. And I don't think it even had a game with it. So that was a bad buy. But there you go. Swings and roundabouts. Okay, let's have a look at sold. Let's have a look at bins. Oh, crossed on a bike. Look at that. 60 quid. Free post with like 10 games. Oh my God. Okay, well, don't panic. Don't panic. It is what it is. So there's one with Mario Kart. 84 quid. Oh, lordy. Boxed Black Nintendo Wii. Okay. 2 games. What about a basic one? Give me a basic one. Oh, you can sell the box only for £16, but all my boxes are a little bit beat up. Boxed Wii console bundle with remote, nunchuck and leads. 40 quid free post. I think that's where we might be heading. Mark Tyler, he's been away. He's been, I think it was Italy. My memory is terrible. Congratulations to Mike the Knight, Richard. He got 1,000 subs. Fantastic. Always a bonus. I think when you start approaching it, it goes because everybody jumps on it. And James did a sterling job. And so did Brian Blessed. Fantastic. Okay, 40 quid. More than 40 quid. I'm not doing it 40 quid free post. No. People just sell the boxes. It's really weird. Why would you just buy the box and then you can only sell the box and the console? You buy the box for 12 quid plus post. Oh, God, that's from abroad as well. It's ridiculous. I might sneeze. I think I might be getting a cold. Live sneezing. It might just be dust. Who knows? Okay, let's stick UK only on it. I'm determined to get a price on this. Any questions, please ask away, because I will run out of things to say and I'll just probably be staring at Wii console prices. Why can't I find UK only? Come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. Put a Wii Fit with it. Well, I could put a Wii Fit with it. I've got loads of them as well. I will have a look and see what the price of. I've got loads of Wii Fit boards. I'm not too sure whether how that takes the weight. Probably wouldn't be under. What would a Wii? I could go and measure it. I'm guessing it's under 15, but maybe over 10. But it is what it is. I'd have to. That sort of sounds UPS-y. It could still go Hermes, but the Wii Fit board, isn't it slightly big? I've got one up there, but it's on the top shelf, so I'm not going to drag it down. So I will research. I'll look at that option if I can find it. It looks like you've got to bundle games with it to get anything decent. So as one here, it's just like basic console setup. I've stuck 5 games with it, 5 free games. What are the games? Maybe missing the inserts. They haven't said what the games are, but they've charged 75 quid. So they're basically like doing about 5 or 6 quid a game, which is a bit bonkers. I picked up like some Wii Sports and Wii Fit at the weekend at 50p each, just for the purpose of padding out Wii bundles. 30 quid. Oh my god, it really is terrible price. 45 with Wii Sports. 6 games, 60 quid. I think I'll need to dig out some games. So I think what I'll do is I'll try and do 5 games with each of these. I don't even know if I've got 5 Wii games. I mean, I've got 10 consoles. We're looking at like 50 games. Definitely haven't got 50 Wii games. I might know someone who has, though. See if I can nab some games for cheapo. So I'll draft all that up later. So it'll be basic Wii console. Is that a free post as well? Yeah, free post. £75 free post plus 5 games. It makes it more attractive with games, I guess. Free post. I mean, it's going to cost about 8 quid to send, but it is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. Let's have a look at Wii's plus Wii Fit boards then. These are going with basic Wiimotes. They're not going with the Motion Plus. I'm trying to sell those separately. Let's have a look at this. Wii Fit board replacement plus the Wii Fit software, 25 quid. I'm more inclined to do that on its own. I really am. Then chuck it with a Wii. 30 quid, especially in the new year. Brand new 50 quid. So yeah, it always 20, 25 on their own. I just think it might narrow, people over Christmas are wanting it for the console and the games. This is why it's good to bundle games. In the new year, they're like, oh yeah, we'll get a Wii Fit board because they're suddenly on a fitness kick. That's my thinking. And it's just easier to send them kind of separately. Here's one with a bundle. So like Wii console, balance board, 95 quid plus 20 quid postage. So you are looking, they're saving, and there's other bits and bobs with it. But it's much of a much. A lot of the Wii Fit boards I've been given free, to be honest. People just, during the boot fair season, they hate picking them up. I think I must have, I've probably got about like, I've got 10 box Wiis. I've probably got the same number on box, maybe more. And I've probably got maybe 10 balance boards. Yeah. Someone sold a box Wii console with balance board and 6 games for 60 quid. So it really is a bit all over the place. But I'm going to do console 5 games, £75, and then I'll do the balance board, and I'll put the Wii Fit software with it, and that'll be 25, I think. That is me. Sending individually is so much easier to pay. Oh, yeah, totally. And that's what I'm all about, really. I mean, I'll get a box Wii console. I will probably put a cardboard, like single-walled cardboard sleeve around it, crisp box. You know, I was down when I was dropping off my Royal Mail at Costcutter. The guy had he had about like 8 crisp boxes. I was like, I've been short of. Where are you? I've been short of single-walled cardboard for some reason. I love it for, like, you know, wrap it one way, wrap it the other, easy peasy. Right, I've had loads more people come in. Look at this, like this early bird stuff. I don't know if I'll go on to 11. I should do, really. We're only sorry, it's 11 now. I don't know if I'll go on till 12. We will see. Mark Carrick knows a guy who has a few. Yeah, I think he's building a building out of Wii consoles. That'd be a good idea, wouldn't it? Cola Flipper's building a shed. He's built one out of Wii consoles. Mark Tyler's got an empty unit. Oh, all ready for new stuff to come in. Stu Mandry's packing his shizzle. Well, have fun packing your shizzle. What's the going rate for a balance board? I'd say, well, in the new year it will go up. 20 quid, 20 to 25. Could be looking at free post. Good to stick Wii Fit with it, though, obviously. We've been ordering crates of wine. Double joy. Wine and boxes. Yeah, my Sainsbury's seems to have stopped. They have a little, like, cordoned off kind of area that they used to put all their boxes in, wine boxes. And I love a wine box. I really do love a wine box. I'll tell you why. Because the ones I go for, McGuigan's, and there's another one I can't remember. I know them intimately. They're just under 16 centimetres wide. Small parcel. And they're just beautiful things. You cut them one way and slide them onto each other. Cut them the other way and slide them onto each other. The only downside is you have to take up the perforations, but I can live with that. I just love my wine boxes. And, you know, I'd go there, maybe if I was walking past, pick up 3 or 4. But if we had the car, we'd fill up the boot and they'd be stacked up on these shelves. Use them all the time. And they seem to have stopped for some reason doing it. Now, I don't know whether I'm sort of like just hitting the panic button too early. But I want them to put wine boxes out. Yeah. Yeah, nice and strong. I mean, they hold wine bottles. They've got to be strong, right? And, you know, as long as you've got a void fill in, and especially if you're shrinky-dinky onto each other, pretty much double wall box. Right. What have we got? So, yeah, I'll start going through those Wii consoles. So that's just a bit of research in price. Pete's advice, if you have Wii consoles, £75 free post, but stick 5 games with it, or try to. Crap games. Shall I do this, or shall I do this? Let's see what these are worth. Nice pair of Hunter wellies. And not just... Oh, postman's just arrived. We have the inner sock as well. Let's stick these through the washing machine. Looks like someone stepped in curry. Or I hope it's curry. Okay, obviously someone's been walking in a very muddy area, so those will go through the washing machine. Looking good, Nick, though. Looking good, Nick. And they were picked up on Saturday. Shock horror, I didn't go to a boot fair on Sunday. Had a bit of a headache. Couldn't be asked. Right, let's have a look at Hunter Cream wellies. Let's get this one drafted up. And I have a new. Who wants to hear my new reselling theorem? I've got it. I've cracked it. I know what I'm doing. Hunter wellies. Right. Everybody knows you should list every day. Correct. I know this, and sometimes I still don't do it. I'm very, very bad. But what I do know is sometimes I'm really in the groove, like Madonna. Sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I'll go like 2Ds. And this is weird, really, because this is nothing I haven't done before, but it's just a bit more defined, maybe. So what I am doing is I'm back on the scheduling listings, scheduling, I think. I'm back on that. Now you can schedule 22 days in advance. I think it's a day you're on and 21 more days. So today's Monday. I could go up to the next, like in 3 weeks' time, the Monday there. I thought it was 30 days, but it's 21 apparently, 22. So what I'm doing is I'm layering. I'm listing, and when I get to £100, when I break the 100, now that could be like 101, could be 120, might be 150, who knows. I'm going on to the next day, and my plan is to fill up the 20 days with 100. A little layering. I used to call this putting peas in pots, which I quite liked. But when I did it before, I was listing one item and then going next day one item, next day one item. I wasn't really looking at the value. And I think the value's obviously important. Listing something for 99p, you're better off listing something for 100 quid. I think it's a mix. I was talking to Lee about this. It's a real mix of value and number of items. So you've got to try and get a bit of a mix. It's always a bit of a, when you list something for 150 quid, you go, right, I'm done. But, probably a good idea to list some crap after that. So the grand plan is when I'm in the groove, get to 100 quid, and then I'll start the next day. And then once, scheduling. And when I've done that, I'll start the next day. So I'm up to Thursday that I've done. So, I didn't list yesterday, but I had scheduled listings going on. And once I've filled up the 22 days, and if I feel like, oh no, I've done them all, can't schedule anymore, I'll come back to the first day and do another 100. So it'd be like layering like £100 worth of sales. Of course, each day I wake up, there's a new day to be filled in. But there we go. That's what we do. That's what I'm doing. What do you think of that? Is that a brilliant plan? I quite like it. No one's listening. Let's have a look. What's Gimbal said something interesting though. Right, let's have a look at this. Joe's hand. Yeah, wine boxes with a tap on front. Oh God, I used to get those in Australia. We used to buy, and you'd get the bag out, sack the bag, and if you were really, really drunk and you didn't have a pillow, you could actually blow them up and use them as a pillow. Yeah, happy days drinking that wine. Why was it that the cheapest wine was the best? We used to buy this $3 port, and it was lovely. And then we had someone. Oh God, we lived in this. We were in King's Cross in Australia, which is like, it's kind of like the equivalent of King's Cross in London. You know what that's like. Lots of shady characters. And we had 4 blokes living in this, like, probably not much bigger than this. It was like crazy. And we used to, it used to be good though. We used to go out clubbing and drink lots. And we had someone stay for a bit, and they bought us some to say thank you. They bought us some posh port, which was like $10, and we didn't like it. So there we go. Right. Tales from my dusty past. Happy Chap is a big fan of the schedule. Yes. Hammer sales, all right. Do you want to have a little summary of sales? Well, up and down, really. So today I've done £10, which is a dog jumper. Yesterday I did 128. Always good to be over 100. The day before that was 237. Always lovely to be over £200. Day before that, 43. Not good. Day before that, 13. Day before that, 85. So, up and down as ever. But like I say, I am really looking forward to doing the scheduling. And if I could get 22 days where I've got like £100 worth of listing on each day, and then feel like, I'm just coming back and layering it. It's the depth and the breadth of listing. I think is brilliant. Of course, it could create problems if I run out of stock and all of that, but we'll deal with that definitely. Shell had a tasting menu on Saturday night. Different wine with each course. I think I did something like that when I've been to a brewery. It was with beer though. It was like, oh yes, try this one, and it was like at some ridiculous time in the morning. And I'm sure I've been to some vineyards where they do that sort of thing, and you just get absolutely smashed. Yeah, very middle class, unless you're getting smashed. Mulled wine, yeah, we love it. We love the mulled wine. Mulled cider, never heard of that. Right, Catan Pinkel. Hope you're well. Puppets do very well. You've never sold it? Yeah, I've just sold a dog puppet company, 20 quid. I think I paid 2 for it or something like that. Right, I've got to the bottom of the chat. Brilliant. The advantages of not having too many people in. I've got 47 in at the moment. I've stumped everyone by coming in early. Right, let's have a look at these Hunter wellies. Hunter green wellies. They look nice. I'm thinking in my head 60 minimum. 45. 63. Okay, but they're new. So let's have a look at used. They're a nice pair of wellies. Why has it gone to that bloody gallery view? And let's have, all right, 60. Someone's trying to get 65. This is what I was thinking. And of course, mine have the inner sock with added mud, hopefully, but it'll go through. It'll be washed. Okay, 30 quid. No, not having that. 40 quid. Okay, a bit less than I thought. Okay. 55. That's more like it. These are a size. Yeah, really good condition. I think they're a good size as well. If I can see the size on them. Size 10. So I wouldn't know whether to put these as, I think I'll put them as gents wellies. Because obviously you'd have to choose it in the category. How do you tell whether that's a gent's or a woman's welly? Anyone know? Surely the socks will add a lot of value. Well, that's what I'm hoping, yeah. So I'm going to see if there's one with socks. It's what they called welly socks, inner socks. It's Hunter Green Wellies socks. That's going to give me socks. They're 12 quid on their own, pre-owned. First one that's come up, free post. Wellian sock. 68 Wellian sock, worn once. Yeah, I think 70 quid. A Hunter Green Welly. You've got one here. Hunter Green Welly, size 9, men's, including navy sock liners. Or only worn once. Well, I'm not going to wear those at all. So I can't speak for what's happened before, but I think we're talking $69.99 and $4.99 postage. Should be a good time to sell them as well, coming up to autumn. So yeah, if anyone's got any ideas, where how is that a man's or a woman's Wellington boot? I have no idea. Original tool. Doesn't. How do you tell the sex of a Wellington boot? Do you sort of look underneath and like they do at the vets? Is it in here? Who knows? Please let me know. You'd go on size, but yeah, haven't you got clothes, shoes, and accessory? I mean, men. I'm in the men category. Clothes, shoes, and accessories. Men's shoes, boots. I think that's where it's staying. I get a feeling that women are more inclined to buy hunter's boots because men really wouldn't give a monkeys. But then again, they are size 10, so it's a big old size. Right, $69.99. And then we'll stick £5 postage. Hopefully they go small parcel. I think they would. But my normal small parcel is $3.79, but I'm going to just add a little bit more. Let's save that as draft. Unisex, but there isn't a category for unisex. I'm talking eBay categories here. Right, so that's those. Paid up a little bit for those. Did get some knocked off though. I've got another pair here. It's Hunter Welly season. Silver, a little bit of wear on them. Smaller size. I'm thinking they're a 3, so they're kind of like kids, I think. I think they're probably more likely to be 30 quid, those ones. 30, 40 maybe. I have actually sold a pair of silver before, so I should just go and look that up. Gender neutral. Hunter customer service is awesome. A few years back, they messed up an order for Mrs. Neal. Their marketing director bought a free pair to the festival we were at. That's pretty cool. Shell wears kids' hunters. What size feet have you got, Shell? If it's not too much of a personal question. My mum's got small feet. I've got big feet. My son's got massive feet. My mum's got size 2s. Crazy. Peter Ray's got small feet. I always worried he's going to tip over at the boot fair because he hasn't got enough kind of like. You're a 4/37. Yeah. Yeah, that is. You can get kid sizes for that, can't you? Nice. Yeah, 2 is tiny. Yeah, you used to. I don't know whether she still does it, but you used to be able to avoid the VAT. For some reason. Right, let's have a look at my old orders and see if I can find this pair of Hunter Wellies. Yeah, boot fair season is coming to an end, and in some weird way, I'm kind of quite pleased because I feel like I just want to stay here and get on listing and get rid of some of this stuff around. But then, of course, I'll probably regret saying that come the start of February when I haven't got anything new to list. But I'm going to try. I mean, normally I would go during that sort of season. It's jumble sales for me. I might try a few different type of things. We'll see how we go. I shall keep you posted, unless it's like really, really successful, and I don't want anyone to know. Last 90 days Hunter. Okay, so I obviously sold it before then. What else got coming up? The most positive reseller in the whole multiverse, which is, I'll give you a little time to put in your most positive reseller. And while you're doing that, I'll answer some questions. Where will you get your stock from in the non-boot sale season? Well, I won't be getting a load of jewellery off Tom the English Picker. Even though I have made money out of that, I just hate it. I really hated it. I've still got some bundles of that. I've probably got enough to be going on with. So Nick always says, you know, he makes hay while the sun shines and then works off that. So I'll definitely be able to get through because I've got lots of stuff. But I do want to sort of just keep my oar in, as it were, keep my toe in the water, and be doing pickups, you know, at least once a week, maybe once or twice a week. But yeah, Chris is in. Chris is doing brilliantly on. I think it's all of October. He's doing a stream. If they check it, if you see him ping up, just drop in and see him, just for his like sanity, to be honest, because how he's doing it is beyond me. He was showing some old police clips the other day, and I went straight there and had a look at the site. I was just like cracking up watching these old clips of Chris in a police uniform. It seems really weird, but yeah, good work. Go and support him if you've had enough. Yeah, I have enough doing like once a week on a Monday. I always say, and I'll probably say at the end of this stream, I'll be doing a video in a few days. I never do. Terrible, really. Gimbal's a size 6. Yeah, that's pretty tiny. That's an image I can't unsee. Poor Peter Ray. No, he's all right. He doesn't fall over. His feet are big enough. But he's kind of like on the tallish side as well. I kind of imagine he should have size like 9 or 10 feet, but I don't know what size it is. It's very small though. So the most positive reseller, no one's playing my game, but the most positive reseller is, of course, or one of the most, is Master of Pieces Ian, who's absolutely like, he must be on drugs. But no, he's always very positive. And he's doing a, what is it, Hot Wheels race. So he's done a video of one, and he has like 16 cars, and he has 4 heats of 4. He races them all. It's quite exciting, really. And his plan is, he's got 16 resellers to send him cars. So Global Thrifters have done it, and they've like jazzed up their car. I spent about like 3 weeks trying to find a car. Every time I went to a boot fair and saw one, I said, "How much is this? £2. £2. I'm paying £2." I managed to like snuffle one for 50p, and sent it off to Ian. Sprayed it with WD-40, so he opened it up and absolutely stank. And we got that coming up soon, so that should be interesting. Dave Keefe is very positive too. Yeah, there's a lot of positivity out there, isn't there? It's good. It's good. Right. Hunters. Silver. Let's get on. Actually get some listing done. Can I look up the size? Oh, no. Silver Hunters wellies. 48 quid. I'll tell you what that'll do. That would do me on a bin. 48, £4.20 postage. Oh, I might just go straight for that. I might even go 44.99. That seems a Jimmy Choo Hunter Wellies limited edition. Jimmy Choo Hunter Wellies. 12 quid, 12 quid. Size 10 kids. These are size 3. 30 quid size 3. And then some weird Anthropology Nebula iridescent white silver wellies. Well, looking at those prices, size 3, 20 quid, size 1, a tenner, size 3, 30 quid. I think it's 30 quid, but there's this one that has come up, a size 4, has come up for 48 quid. This seems to be like, they're rubber. They're all rubber, aren't they? I think I want them sold. I think it's 30 quid. I could go 35, I guess, but I don't think I will. 30 quid. Let's just have a quick look at what people are trying to get for them at the moment. Let's stick in size 3. I wouldn't normally stick in the size, but I will do just have a little. No size 3s. Okay. I'm going to go $32.99. That's something I think I've learned. Never chase like the highest price. Do the right price. Do the right thing. I want a nice little. All these 30 quid ones, are they all the same seller? What's that going on here? Someone's got a very nice background there, grey bricks. I think grey might be the ideal colour to photograph against. I have white background, and someone will probably know in the chat, possibly Neil, but with the light that comes through my window, and I don't know whether it's because it goes through a net curtain as well, so it's kind of getting dispersed. It might be because I've got a crap camera. The image never seems sharp, and I think that's something to do with the fact that crap camera, like it's like this, and it's silly really because we have got good cameras lying around. The fact that I've got a white background, so if you're photograph, it's really kind of like harsh difference you get, and the fact that this light coming in the afternoon, I don't get any shadows, but it's like what size? It's coming in through the window, but hitting the other wall. And I just think maybe what will help that is a grey background, because it's kind of like a mid colour. Yeah, it's really quite good when I do photograph against kind of wood grain as well. And again, that's a kind of mid colour. Right. I'm desperate to nab a title. We've got a question. Are we still stuck at home? I do love a question. Have you ever had any issues using the out of stock function where eBay has somehow added back on a quantity of an item that's already sold, or do you just end as they sell? I did have that issue. It was a while ago. Now I have. Let me see if I can answer this correctly. I had the issue where I used to end listings. I used to have this process of once a month. I used to end all my listings and sell similar them all. I don't do that anymore, and that was the problem, because I was doing a sell similar on a multi item listing, and it would reset it back to the original number. Now I have out of stock. I don't have that problem anymore. The only thing I have to remember to do is when I've sold something, because all of these are pretty much individual items, I don't have many things where I've got the odd bit of RA, but I don't have many things where I have more than one of the item. And just once every few days, I have to go in, okay, what of my stock is at zero? Because it remains on your shop, obviously, at zero. And I go in and I end those listings, and then I'll delete out those listings. So we used to have that problem when I used to do end items and do sell similars, to try and get that. I mean, I'm talking 3 years ago, but it was to try and get that initial listing kick on the views. But now I'm not too worried about that, because I'm promoting my items as well. So I just start up my promotions again. But that drifts off. That is, all these things, if you don't do them and then you do them, you get this huge kind of impact, and then they will just sort of like drift off into nothing, which is real stupid, really, because you'll just like turn them off, turn them on. Right, $32.99 for a pair of Silver Hunters. Players Burley Picker from Canada. How you doing, Canada? Search Hunter Boot per shell. Are you telling Shell to do that? I think you are. I hope that answered your question. Are we still stuck at home? Simon Elliott, grey is more forgiving and still very neutral. Yeah, I've seen a few with grey, and then it's just getting that colour that you can photograph a black item against, you can photograph a white item against, and you can photograph a multicoloured rainbow item against. and it all be good. Because, I love a white background, but, sometimes with some colours, it's just like, you're holding a camera, it's just like, this is rubbish. Background's so important. Peter Retro, how you doing? And Derek Tap Peddler. Yeah, I went in, started a bit early today. The Retro Pursuit. Lee, how you doing? Me and Lee were pondering over the, right way of working on eBay. And it's definitely like certain amount of value every day, a certain amount of items every day. And, I was sort of saying, because I like to, even though I'm layering on these hundreds at the moment and sort of like trying to get my head of myself and scheduling all these listings, and then I'll come back and do the other 100. Before that, I was kind of like 150 a day, 150 a day, 150 a day. And I know you have to sort of, I like to do at least 5 items. But if I go and list some expensive vintage console, I've got a Spectrum Plus 2 down there, that'll be going on for like 100, 150. Yeah, once I've done 150, what do you do? And I think you just got to be flexible, just hunt out those small, crappy items that we've all got. Tit for tat, good to see you. Pleasant Valley Picker is going to bed. Tommy Bernard's not in today. He's normally sort of like, he normally tunes in so I can send him to sleep. Do you have a plan for the Vectrex console yet? Oh, that's a good question. There are some items I think are keepers, or definitely keepers in the short term, and the Vectrex is one of them. I haven't even got it out of the box yet, although I do know it works. It's got 2 controllers. It's got the game that came with it, which is Asteroids. It's inbuilt into the machine. And it's got a Pac-Man clone. And they both got the plastic doobies, the plastic sheet, which you put over it, because the screen is just a black and white TV screen, CRT, I think it is. So my plan is I will keep it, unless I get offered like squillions for it. But I will do a video on it, and that will be coming up in the next few weeks. I don't want to say it's this week because I never get around to doing them, but I do want to do like a nice video on it and just play the thing for a bit. So there we go. That is the plan. Where was that? I just had a skip. Oh, okay, here we go. Anyone review their sent offers? I've just checked yours. None sent and none completed. What is going on with eBay? Well, I don't check my sent offers. One thing I do check is when I get a question on an item, I'll go in and sort of try and answer the question. And I had about 19, and I thought, this is weird. I never let it get up to that much. And I'm going into each query on the item, and it's saying this question is no longer valid. It's either 90 days old. And, I thought, well, this is weird because I know some of these I only got the other day. So, yeah, there are some weird things going on on eBay. Definitely. Simon Elliott, the LED light panels. The only LED light panels for... Oh, here we go, for photographing. Make a huge difference getting the same look, whatever the ambient lighting. Yeah, I've got huge umbrella lights, and I'm not even using those at the moment. I mean, I guess if I... And again, because I just can't be bothered, really, to put them up. But maybe I should get those up. Photographing a white Wii against a white background can be challenging. Yeah, definitely. I stopped using the whiteboard setup after painting the office grey. Yeah, I've got, in actual fact, in the room I photograph in, we've got like I don't know what you call it. It's not like a picture rail, but it's like picture rail that is like about 3 foot up off the floor, like a bit of wood going around. Underneath that, it's grey. So I've got wooden laminate flooring and then grey. So I might well just start sticking it on the floor and photographing stuff. Colorama photo background. That sounds like good stuff. Right, I'm catching up. Wish I could find where eBay is now hidden the ability to end promoted listings to run a new fresh product. Oh God, have they moved that? I'll definitely have to find that out. I used to just go to promotions on the Seller Hub, but let's have a look at mine. Seller Hub. So I'm looking at the traffic square, and it's not there. Traffic, it's not traffic. Okay, you're right. It's kind of. Come on, can I find it? Selling tools. Go to Markdown Manager. I used to try and find it this way, and then on the left-hand side, advertising dashboard, and that's where my promotions are. So just to recap that, I've clicked on my eBay. I've got my Seller Hub up. There is a little square that says selling tools, and these can be anywhere, mine's on the left. And then on that selling tools, you have Markdown Manager. This is probably a circuitous route to get there. So Markdown Manager takes you down into your sales if you want that 10% off the item, but you can get to your promotions from there. So it'll say on the left-hand side, branding, merchandising, advertising, and I go into advertising and the dashboard for advertising. So that's how I get there. I hope that helps. Ashley Carruthers is in. It used to be Ashley Cummings, I think, but with a G. Not being able to catch a lot. Oh, don't worry about that. Stuck in bed. I hope you get better. Peter Ray. I managed to kind of video bomb Peter Ray the other day. He was chatting away in his car, telling us all about his wonderful time at Hook Road Arena. And I was parked next to him, so I thought I'd run up to his window and try and scare the living daylights out of him. I didn't quite scare the living daylights out of him. Right. What's next? Well, I bought this PSP, pink, nice colour. And this Dymo, I love a Dymo printer, Dymo labeler. But they weren't cheap because it was off, someone who is a kind of reseller trader. That was cheap. That was a £5. No, actually, he wanted a £5. What he wanted and what I paid are two different things. That was 20. So, and that has got the charger, so that is good. Now, what I didn't notice about this, now I'm probably still going to make money on this. It's got a rubbish game with it, Tiger Woods Golf or something. The only thing I didn't notice about this, I think, it works, okay, but there is a small crack here, which I was just a bit annoyed that I didn't spot it. And I'm not too sure on the value. I wouldn't normally pay 20 quid for that. But that was 20. He wanted 5 for that. I got the 2 for 25. I tried to offer him 20 for the 2. So pink PSP. Oh, I've spelled it with an O. Boink PSP. Pink PSP. Pre-owned, £85. It can't be right. Surely not. Buy it now. Sold. Oh, probably looking all right. These seem to all be coming in from abroad. I'm going to have to go because my doorbell's just gone. I will be back in a minute. Can you talk amongst yourselves? Hang on a sec. Blooming heck. Right. Sorry about that. I like Pete. Oh, thanks, Guilty. Which Pete? Who really likes Pete? Oh, you cheeky. Right, let's look at this. I knew I shouldn't have gone. I need to get a test card. That's what I need. So there's a load of PSPs here that they come from Japan. What is this? Ended recently. Okay. So let's forget about those. UK only. PSP 1003, which I think this is. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure it's a 1003. Plus charger, plus 2 games, good games. 50 quid. 40 quid. Yeah, 2 games, 50 quid. Someone sold one for 27. That's cheap. Yeah, with the charger and with 2 games, 50 quid, I think. And I think I'm going to stick postage on top of that as well. Here he is, Tommy Bernard. How you doing, Tommy Bernard? Shh, he's back. He's back. There was a question the other day on basically who's your favourite reseller. It was on a Facebook group I'm not on, but I got it through and someone posted it on Facebook chat I'm in. And I thought, oh, this will be interesting. And so I joined the group just to sort of like have a nose at the answer. And no one said me. Gutted. But there you go. What the hell? Just to not let my ego get in the way of anything. Okay, 50 quid for that. Paid 20. I had to go at I've been having to go at my son for dropping his T's, my oldest. Because he says 20. And he says, well, you say it on your streams. I'm like, no, I don't. But I obviously do. Right, let's see if this works. I was a bit surprised when he said a £5 for this. Because, I thought he'd know the price. I've got a funny story about one of these. I picked up one of these and they have a cartridge in. And someone had obviously broken the tape that the tape goes in and round, and the used tape gets put back on the inside of the cartridge. And when you sort of take them to bits, because this one sort of like I had the cartridge and it was broken, but you can see all the stuff that's been printed on it. And so I was looking at it, and there was all this stuff like draw 1, draw 2. Someone's obviously been using it. And then there was I love Tracy or something. Okay. And then obviously at the point it's broken, someone had dropped a C-bomb on there. Because you see like the inverse. I was like, steady on. But there, that's probably why it ended up being sold in a car boot sale. Because someone just couldn't work out that it's quite easy to put a new cartridge in. Very strange. Right, so let's see if it works. What's going on here with the batteries? 6 batteries. Oh no! Don't be triple A's. Do not be triple A. You triple A's, aren't you? Swine. Okay. I've got 20 billion double A batteries. Not many triple A's. Have I got enough? Every about 3 months, I'm clearing out this horrendous. I've got a drawer full of batteries. I mean, they do get like checked, and it's only ones with decent charge that will go in here. Right. Night's Life, lovely lad. Check him out. Brian Blessed impression. Congratulations, Richard. No, it's live. So I was just loving watching Brian clips. So, God's alive. People brings happiness when I say it. And it does. God's alive. But yes, congratulations. Hey, there's life in the old dog. Let's have a look. Dymo. Any suggestions for what's that say? What's that? Oh, it's just a cursor, I think. Delete, delete, delete. Okay. What should we let's type in Brian Blessed. Why not, eh? How do you do a shift? Is that shift? Brian! Okay, we've got slight dropout on the one row of LCD is kind of missing. I knew there'd be something wrong with this. You know, when you see those resellers or traders, and you know, you kind of think, well, you sell on eBay. Why are you selling that at a boot fair? But I'll still make money out of this. Like I say, it was £2 or whatever. God, I can't even write the bloody thing. How do you do a space? Oh, there we go. I keep pressing delete. That's what I'm doing wrong. I'm doing it right. Okay, shift, shift, shift. Brian Blessed. And what was I was watching like Dave or something in QI, and a great big picture of Brian Blessed came up. Yeah, a little bit of dropout on the. I could actually fix that, but you know, I don't know if I can be bothered. Right, let's print it. Should I close the back? I'll tell you what, it's not printed it. Okay, not to panic. What's going on here? Okay. Try again. Has it done it? No. I've got that. Brian Bleu. And give it one more go, and then it'll have to be looked at. A little motor that goes round. Yeah, it is annoying when you kind of get things like that, and sellers that you just know there's like something wrong with it. But you learn pretty quickly which ones to buy off, which ones not to buy off. It's done it that time. Let's play the name game. There we go. So I will test that a little bit more. I think it works. But there we go. We've been over this before. They see you coming. Oh wow. Yeah. I give the impression that I'm clueless. And that is in actual fact not a bluff, Shell. That is a double bluff. Know what I mean? I am clueless. No, I'm not really. I think I would summarize it and say, like, sometimes I do very, very well. And sometimes I nose up. And I'm probably more inclined to come on the channel and tell you about where I've nosed up, because I don't want to appear like a bit of a big head saying Actually, I bought this for like £2 and I've sold it for 300 because I do tend to do that sort of thing to myself. Occasionally, I might come out and go, "Oh, this is good," but yeah, I very much give the impression that I pick up probably more dross than I do. Put it like that. But yeah, I do pick up a fair bit of dross though. There's no escaping that. That's the whole thing with the electrics. But £2. I think it works. It's probably £15. Let's have a look at this. 15 to 20. It's got the box, got a new label Dubry. It's the label 0.100. I'm guessing that £15. £19.90 bids. Why would anyone buy that on bids? I don't know. For £19.90 stock price. No solds. Oh no, there's a sold. £16.50. Yeah, so £9 for a 41. Who's going to buy 41? 19.95 free post. So I'm going to go £15.99 plus postage. Unused. Are they saying that's faulty as well? That's interesting. What does that say? The label are not working. I don't know why you'd want it. Okay. I might go £20 plus postage in. I think that sounds about right. 1000% ROI stuff at the weekend. That is awesome. Yeah, I've done that before. I did see a post. Amazon posts always worry me, especially with people who are just new to Amazon. I forget which social media it was, but it was the whole Amazon 30 days. Look at my numbers. Yeah, look at my orange bars. And I looked at it, and it totaled, like, for 30 days, it totaled £1,300, I think, around about that mark. And my immediate thought on that is, okay, I'm looking at that, assuming 30% ROI, like for your Amazon. Might be right, might be wrong, but if it's someone who's trying to sell every day rather than specialist, like little bits, little gems, it's someone who's working full time, hunting stuff down. If I'm assuming 30% ROI on 1,300 turnover, actual money you've made is somewhere between £200 or £300, 250, 300 ish, just roughly in my head. And it doesn't compare. And I did think, because I picked up a board game, and board games, you can laugh at board games, but I was thinking, if you can pick up a board game for £1, and I've done this sort of video before, but £1, and sell it for 15, and say like all you did was that, so you could go to the boot fair, and say in a year, if you could pick up, now you don't want to put your turnover over, say 80,000. So let's go 60,000. So £15 sales worth of board games. So that's 440. It's about 400 board games. Or is it 4,000? 4,000 board games. If you've got 4,000 board games and you've got 60 grand turnover on them, and you paid £1 each for them, then you'd probably be making about 35, 40 grand a year. But it never works like that. It's all mix and match. But yeah, there we go. 300% ROI. I'm not good at this. 300% ROI is good. I mean, my ROI can change. It varies so much. So there's never anything you can sort of say. I do stuff on 100% ROI. I mean, that'd be just over 100% ROI. But it's a seller, so it's all, normally the higher the value goes, the less of a less ROI you get. I don't like to do less than one. I generally work on getting sort of like as Chaddy Pete, who's an old Insta clothes reseller. On the clothes, he used to do at least 4 times what you're paying at a boot fair as a rule of thumb. That's a good rule of thumb, really. But of course, sometimes you're going to, you buy something for, 10 quid and sell it for 300. It does happen. Okay. Do this one. What's the time? Oh, good. I can go in a minute. Not that I don't love you all, but, I started early as well. £20 plus postage for that, I think. Save that as draft. Lee's still in. He's having a long tea break. Oh, tea break over. Oh, there we go. Well, good to see you. Lee's building a shed. Check that out. VGM UK Nigel. It's fine. Fix it for reselling. Bought an Xbox One for £30, and the guy swear blind it turns on and displays the screen. It didn't even turn on. Yeah, I have bought a same sort of price I buy them at. You can sell them for spares for 50 quid, sort of like your base price. I sold, I had one the other day. It did work. Had to do a little bit of jiggery pokery on it. It sold for 75. Just the console, no controller, no leads, no nothing. Yeah. Do check out Fix It for Reselling. Well, you're all fantastic channel. Oh, everybody check out everyone else. Yeah, we'll just do that. Okay, they see me coming. Shell's so cheeky. ROA is never static measurement. No, it isn't. It isn't. You just kind of like, yeah. It's there's no right thing to buy. There's no right way of doing it. Sometimes it's better. Sometimes some days are better than others. That's the whole point, isn't it? It's like life is a roller coaster. Right, last one. I just had to pick this up because it's so blooming cool. Now I do like start twitching when I see reseller videos and they say happy days. Nick says it and he knows I can't stand. I think I was on a video with him once and he said it. He said it's wind me up. And then the Mini Millionaire, going back a few years, they used to go happy days. And it just used to really quite wind me up. The only time you should be saying happy days is when you're referring to happy days. I don't think it's worth very much, talking of ROI, which is a bit of a shame. Also, I've got to put some little mover bits. They won't be the original movers, but I will say all that in the listing. I think the original pieces are slightly different. I'm going to put those Cluedo pieces, which I've got spares of, which will be fine. Right, Happy Days board game. I just had to have that because it's cool as anything. I think it was a quid, might have been £2, but I think it was a quid. Let's have a look. It's only available in America and France, apparently, for some reason. It is a bit battered, but I just think it's cool. It's a cool thing. Sold items. Yeah, there's loads of old 70s board games like Charlie's Angels. Someone's selling one no dice. I mean, wouldn't you just put some dice with it? That'd be fine. It's from the US as well. So look at this. Little dice. Yeah, loads of these are from the States. So whether that's going to help me sell it over here. £22. Only one seller has sold it in this country in the last 30 days or whatever it is for £22. I think that's a little bit optimistic. The Bionic Woman board game. There's some cracking old games there. Yeah. This is the one I was looking at. He's put Cluedo movers and mastermind pegs with this to kind of fill it out. £22. He's done £6 postage on it as well. Was not available in the UK. I think I'm going to go. Well, I might try 20 quid plus. Is that more than 45? I think it is. Yeah, that's more than 45. Let's try 20 quid. And I'll do £4.99 postage. It'll be Hermes, but it'll be a light one. And we'll see how that goes, see what the interest's like. If no one's interested, it will come down to maybe 15, maybe 10. But like I say, I didn't pay hardly anything for it. Save and close. Oh. I had a good sale. I bought a whole bundle of stuff, which included the Spectrum Plus 2, which I was going to list today and I haven't got around to doing it. But there was that, and there were a couple of modulators. Now, I know Dave Repairs isn't in, but I had 3 Amstrad modulators, an MP1 unit, another MP1 unit, and an MP2 unit. The 2 MP1s were fetching around 30 quid, so they went on for 30 quid. The MP2, I couldn't find anything, so I thought, oh, this could be a bit rarer. Put on for 40, not expecting this to go, went like that. Could have underpriced it. But so that's kind of gone, and I hadn't even got to the good stuff yet. There were 2 rubber key Spectrums and this Plus 2 and a few other bits and bobs. So there's a lot of money coming back on that, which is very nice. Could be worth it for the graphics alone. Yeah, look at this. So cool that is. Let's see if I can get Henry Winkler and Ron Howard, and that's Marion and Arthur, is it? That's I can't remember his name. It's not Ralph Mouth. That's Joni down there. We haven't got Chochi, Charles in Charge, Scott Baio. Haven't got him on there. That's when Happy Days kind of lost it, when Chochi got a bigger cheer than the Fonz. You know, the Fonz always had to get the biggest cheer. But there we go. He writes children's books now, Henry Winkler. I think he writes them for like dyslexic people. I think he was dyslexic, and he's been in CBeebies series. Hank Zipster, I think he was in. But yeah, it does need a little bit of TLC though. This, so I think I might, you know, just put that for $16.99 and take it from there. I think maybe 20 quid is a little bit optimistic. Let's just switch that. Don't want it sitting around. Okay, 2 minutes past 12. Chachi. Yes, Chachi. Short for Charles. Never seen that game before. It's good looking. Yeah, it's a good looking game. A little bit beat up though. And like I say, it hasn't got the original movers, so it'll be just dealt with a damaged item via GSP, all sorted. Yeah, I've done a couple of those. One of them was for a £200 Lord of the Rings kind of little statuette thing of Helm's Deep or somewhere. And they paid me the 200 quid like that. It was absolutely brilliant. All sorted now. Got a return for something where the buyer is lying and just spent an hour sorting something else out. Finally onto packing. Put it behind you. Deep breath. Zone in on the packing. Right, I'm going to let you all zone in to whatever you've got to do. Have a brilliant Monday, as always. Thank you for watching. Click thumbs up, all that jazz, and probably see you next week. But if I really get my arse in gear, it could be a video out in the week. So, yeah. Take care, all. I'll see you later.